Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about germs. Do you know what germs are? Well, germs are microscopic, meaning very, very tiny. We can't see them with our eyes. Germs include things such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Those things can get into your system when you breathe them in and make you a little bit sick, or sometimes very sick. So it's important that we wash away the germs with soap and water. So since we can't see the germs, it's sometimes hard to tell when a surface is clean or dirty, whether it has germs on it or not. So today we're going to do an experiment to find out if there's germs in our house. And all you need is a potato, a knife, some Ziploc bags, and a Sharpie. I'll show you what to do. Okay, so like I said, you need a potato, you need a knife, you need a cutting board, you need Ziploc bags to hold the potato slices, 1 slice per 1 bag. And now, very carefully, with adult supervision, we're going to cut 5 potato slices. 1 slice per each area of the house that we're going to swab with our potato. While you're cutting, you might want to start thinking about and planning which areas of the house you want to swab your potatoes on. Try to think of areas with a lot of traffic, so a lot of use. Alright, so my first area is the kitchen counter. It looks pretty clean. I'm just going to swab my potato and then put it in the bag. So once it's in the bag, I'm going to seal it all up, get the air out, and make sure I close the bag tightly. Next, you can see this is my kitchen sink. I'm going to swab the kitchen sink handle with the potato. The water is just running to show you that this is a sink. So I'm going to get the handle, which is the part we touch a lot, the bottom part where drips kind of happen, and even the spout that the water comes out of. And once again, it goes in the bag, we squeeze the air out, and we seal the top. Next we have the foyer lights. So these are the lights that we turn on when we open the front door and come in the house. So they get a lot of traffic, meaning a lot of use. All the people that come in the house use these lights, so they're heavily touched. Next to the foyer lights, we have the front door. And the front doorknob gets used a lot. So anybody coming in the house is definitely touching the doorknob. And they're bringing whatever germs from the outside to the inside. We're going to put this in the Ziploc, squeeze out all the air, and close the bag tightly. The last one, the toilet flush handle, and I have a feeling this one's going to have a lot of germs on it because it's in the bathroom. This is what I use to flush the toilet. So the toilet has a lot of germs in it because a lot of gross things go in the toilet, and I have a feeling this potato is going to reflect that. Now that we've done our potato experiment in my house, I want you to do that also in your house. Try to think of the places in your home that are used the most often, such as door handles or countertop surfaces, places where a lot of people are going to touch them, because that's how we spread germs most of the time. While you work on your project, I want you to have a look at the worksheet that's attached to this assignment. I want you to guess which places in my house you think are going to have the most germs. And then when we check our potatoes back in 1 week, we'll see who was right. All right, bye! 1 week later. Alright guys, it's time to look at the results of our potato experiment. And I think you'll be surprised because I was. So we'll start with, well, we'll go in no particular order. We'll start with the kitchen sink handle. So it doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's a little bit of mold growing on it, but it's really pretty clean. I thought that one was going to be a little bit dirtier. Alright, so next we have the foyer lights. So the foyer is that room that you walk into when you first come in the house. And so it gets a lot of traffic. And I was thinking okay, there's probably going to be a lot of touching there, so therefore it'll probably have more germs. Well, just like the kitchen sink handle, it doesn't look too bad. You know, a little bit of mold, but really not that bad. Okay, this one is the one that I thought was going to be the grossest one because it's in the bathroom. The toilet flush handle. So it definitely has more growth on it than the kitchen sink handle and the foyer lights. And I'll show you that. You can see a little bit more darkness around the edges, a little bit more growth. But I really thought it was going to have a lot more on it. Although I do Lysol the bathroom a lot, so maybe that's probably why. However, when we start getting to the front doorknob, that one has a lot more mold. More than the toilet. I don't know if you can see, but there's some white mold, there's some darker mold all around the edges. So I feel like the front doorknob, because everybody touches it on the way in from the outside, it's got a lot more germs on it. So I probably have to start cleaning that a little bit more frequently. And here's the one that I did not expect. The kitchen counter. So when we look at this one, it has the dark mold, it has some light mold, and it has some pinkish red mold. I don't know what that's from, but I'll show you. Ew. So I was not expecting those results. So I guess the kitchen countertop has a lot more going for it than I thought, and I'm gonna have to clean that more, but I wouldn't have known that. I'm very vigilant about the bathroom because we know that's a dirty area. People use the toilet, and that's kind of gross. So I regularly clean that area, but if not for this experiment, I would not have realized that I need to clean the kitchen counter more. So I'm excited to see what happens in your home. Maybe you'll find some surprises like I did, and I would love to see. All right, bye. Nope. Ugh. That's not right. But there are a few that can make us really sick. Oh no, let me change that part. Well, they're microscopic, meaning we cannot see them with our eyeball. We have to use something special like a magnifying glass if they're really big germs. That's not true. So today we're going to do an experiment. Nope, I already said that part. Some of them are good, but some of them can make us sick, especially like the rhinovirus or the common cold. That's the same thing. Wow. So what do germs include? Well, why am I talking so weird? But some of us can, viruses and fungi. Fungi would be like, I almost said marshmallows, mushrooms. So while you work on your project, I want you to have a look at the worksheet that's attached to this, while you work on your project. So we're going to, let's start that over.